Hey guys, John Jones with the April numbers, housing numbers in Rutherford County. Basically, what we saw in April of this year, closed sales were almost dead even with closed sales of last year. Pending sales almost dead even with pending sales of last April. Inventory keeps inching up. It's about 50% higher than it was last April. And because of that, we're seeing the absorption rate or the monthly supply of homes get up to about 3.7 month supply, which is quite a bit higher, about 50% higher than it was this time last year, where it was 2.5 months. We're also seeing a little bit more pressure because of the supply. Remember, appreciation, depreciation is totally about supply and demand. So as we have more homes on the market, more to choose from, then that puts a little bit downward pressure on prices. There's some price points in this town, or markets in this town, micro markets, if you will, that have gone down since our peak of June of 22, slightly. And there's some that have slightly moved up, but overall it's been pretty steady. Pricing hasn't really either way too much. However, as that supply goes up, that is definitely something to watch. What we are seeing in this market is a lot of new construction, right? And the big builders, the national builders especially, are buying down rates. They're buying big chunks of money so they can offer rates on these homes at a better rate, in some cases 2 points lower than the prevailing rate. And basically what they're doing is they're selling financing. They're selling that payment as much or even more so than the home, because that's such a critical component to most people's budget is, hey, what's my monthly payment? So we will see that because these big companies, nationally or publicly traded companies, they are not in the business of sitting on inventory. They are going to move homes. That obviously is going to mess with their margins a little bit, but it doesn't matter. They want to keep moving homes, so they're going to keep offering incentives to do that. As we move forward, the key to what we're seeing, the number one thing is the rates. We haven't had major job losses around here. We haven't had major, anything to do with the economy that's really screwing us up. It's really that rate. And when we see that conventional rate get down under 7, we see things pick up. And when it gets closer to 7 and a little bit over 7, we see things really slow down. The rates have been very volatile the last month with the markets, the bond market. It's tied to the 10-year Treasury bond. And just like the Dow and just like the S&P and all that stuff, the NASDAQ, it's been very volatile over this tariff talks. And, it can change any day depending on how certain messages are interpreted by the market. So we kind of have to get through that and see where that's going. It's hard to predict any of this. All the things that we're seeing are kind of unprecedented in my lifetime and maybe history. But the good news is we're still in a pretty daggum good market, all things considered. Things are moving. The key to sellers right now is you cannot reach for some crazy price. You have to be priced attractively in the market based on your competition. And condition is as important as it's ever been. So if you want to sell your home, get it in the best possible condition as you can and price it attractively. I'm not saying underprice it, but we just cannot reach for the pie in the sky like maybe we did a few years ago. You have to be very cognizant of where you're priced and what the competition looks like. If you have any questions about any of your real estate needs, please give us a call at 615-867-3020. Thank you.